What's going on, YouTube? JT is born here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC Comics Solicitations discussions video. Sorry I'm a little tardy to the party on this one. These came out on Friday. Just never got around to it, and now that it's Thursday, I'm like, you know what, I better get this video out because I make videos for every solicitations, and I wanted to talk about these, and then I'll get out some other comic book reviews, and also later on today, I'll be talking about John Wick Chapter 4, so I'm really excited to see that thing in the theaters. So let's go ahead and talk about this thing. I'll get this thing out there, get my comic book stuff ready, and then John Wick Chapter 4, baby. Oh, I am so excited for that thing. But that's a discussion for another day. But anyways, so we're here in June. A lot of milestones going on. We have Flash 800, Wonder Woman 800. Jeremy Adams is apparently ending his run on the Flash, or he's a new creative team's coming in, which is an absolute crime. I don't get why you'd want to take Jeremy Adams off the Flash book when it's very well liked. I believe it's selling pretty well. It's respectful towards the Flash family, but that's just DC Comics for you. If something's like well liked and respected, it seems like they want to take the creative teams off those books. It's kind of mind-boggling. I know he's gonna be doing Green Lantern, and I'm sure like the new creative team will probably do well, but like why take somebody off who's actually doing well and having something that's one of the more well-liked things? It just boggles my mind sometimes. And then they'll bring on people who just have runs that kind of like aren't the best, and then they'll stay on for a really, really long time. I don't know. It's not my decision to make, but I think it's a shame that Jeremy Adams is getting taken off the Flash. Just why? I don't know. There's got to be more to it. So first off, we have, of course, the DC Pride 2023. They have this every single year, so it's, of course, June is Pride Month, so there you go. You're looking forward to that. Grant Morrison's doing something. Several other people are working on different things. So there you go. Just an anthology book. Will it be good? Who knows? Last year's book, I only really read the Kevin Conroy story. I think that came out last year, and like about finding Batman. That was pretty good. That was generally like an emotionally gut-punching story. So hopefully the book's good and people enjoy it. So, but yes, the Flash 800. Lots of different people working on it, different covers. So there we go. Dawn of DC. Penguin number 0, written by Chip Zdarsky. Is he doing Penguin number 1? Oh, Tom King is doing Penguin number 1. Why do we have a Penguin number 0? So basically, like I said, this is all about Penguin. Of course, he's not really going to be dead. The only one who stays dead anymore is Alfred, apparently. So Tom King's doing a Penguin book. I don't know how this will be. I'm kind of surprised Penguin's getting it ongoing, but it just... I don't know. Penguin, there you go. So just, some stuff with him. Steelworks number 1. This one is written by Michael Dorn, who I believe they explained that he actually voiced Steel in Superman the Animated Series. Now, Superman the Animated Series is a really, really good show. This is only a 6-issue miniseries, so maybe it'll be quite good. I hope so. Penguin, I don't know. Is this just a normal ongoing, or is this just just a...
That's not nice.
What the hell? That's so weird. My iWatch just started going to like AI mode and just told me that's not nice. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's kind of a weird thing that just happened. I didn't even like touch the damn thing. But yes, okay. So we got that Wonder Woman number 800. Becky Cloonan, Michael W. Conrad, and Tom King. I believe Tom King is taking over Wonder Woman after this creative team leaves it. Now I have read like I haven't really been reading Wonder Woman. I don't know how it's going to be with Tom King, but I'm sure that'll help boost some sales, I suppose. I guess the creative team has not been the most well liked on current Wonder Woman stuff, and so we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, also here's swimsuit edition, so there you go. You get your abs, and then you get your asses, and all that there. So there you go. Superman number 2, by the way, really good stuff. Liking what they're doing with Superman. A shocking new character makes your debut with thrill pack speeding bullets. Concludes Superman and Metallo must reluctantly join forces to stop Cyborg Superman with Tracy Corbin's life. Or at least her humanity, hanging in the balance. The super family fights to keep Metropolis standing. Meanwhile, Lois and the staff, they decline continue to uncover mysterious leader and shocking origin of Blue Earth. So there we go. We got some stuff there. Superman's been pretty good. Action Comics number 4. Here's the Pride variant cover with John Kent. I guess, like I said, we're going into the Injustice world. The faces are familiar, but the situation is a nightmare. John Kent finds himself on an Earth where his friends and loved ones are at war, a place where his personal heroes fight each other for control of the world. What will he do when he discovers that the world's version of his father, Clark Kent, is on the verge of becoming a dictator? He already was a dictator in the Injustice universe. Like, is this just changing the continuity? Is this going to affect the Injustice video games? I don't know. We got to get Injustice 3 the game, though. Batgirl's number 19. Okay, so this is a big one, because Batgirl's, I heard, is officially ending at issue number 19. Yeah, I mean, I've reviewed every issue of Batgirl so far. It definitely has improved in recent months, but it didn't quite pack the punch, and it definitely felt really out of place with the rest of the stuff going on at DCU based on the way the characters were written earlier on. They have definitely improved in recent months, and I have enjoyed the more recent stuff. But it just feels a lot of it felt kind of low stakes, and sometimes it's good, but when it's an over reliance on it, it kind of takes the suspense out of the story at times. And the artwork, like I said, some of it was a little bit too childish at times, but I didn't really hate Batgirls. Like, there's no issue of Batgirls I just went, oh, this is terrible, or this is the worst thing in existence. Never made me angry when I was reading it, and it was geared more towards younger readers, and I thought it was okay. Like, in recent months, it actually had some good issues, but I think it is time to kind of, I guess, wrap things up and set the stage for what's to come for the future. But yeah, Batgirls is ending. Tim Drake's Robin book, which is only ending at 10 issues, which tells you everything need to know about that book. They clearly wanted that book to go on longer on the initial launching of it because it was never billed as a miniseries. But I take it fan response and sales weren't very good, so that book's getting the boot, which I don't think anybody's really mourning over that one. But let's go ahead and talk about this one. The people of Hill have had enough of gun-bearing Gunhawk's demands to take the streets. Join in proving to both the city and the snipers that Gothamites should not be underestimated. And what do we come to overseeing their extermination of each other? Come join the Batgirls in the march to celebrate them at the last issue of the Beloved series. So yeah, like I said, Batgirls just wasn't getting the headlines. I mean, I was really excited for Batgirls when it was initially announced and all that. It didn't quite hit the mark fully. So it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I mean, I did enjoy some stuff of it, but it needed a little bit more. It needed to pack more of a punch. But I mean, only went 19 issues, and so, but we'll see what they do next. There's gonna be a lot of relaunching and changing stuff with the whole Dawn of DC thing. Like the only book that seems to be going on, which I don't think is gonna end, is Nightwing, Batman. I'm surprised Catwoman is still going, but that's just me. I don't really feel like I hear very many people talking about it, but I don't know. Batman number 136. Chip Zdarsky, Failsafe, and Red Mask have forever changed Batman, and Gotham isn't as welcoming as it once was. Can Batman remind them who he is? Can he remind Catwoman? The future of the Batbook starts here, and everyone's world is about to explode. Didn't we just have Batman versus Robin, where the entire civilization of, like, the entire city of Gotham stood behind Batman and just kind of gave him, like, their spirit energy in the vein of, like, a spirit bomb to help save him? Didn't we just get that? Is this just, or is this set before all that stuff? I don't even know what continuity is at DC Comics anymore. It's so confusing. Batman the Adventure continues, season 3, number 6, Alan Burnett and Paul Dini. I have not been reading most of this. It says 6 of 8, so I guess the series is going to end soon. But yeah, like I said, with the new Batman Adventures, I just know where it all leads to. And unless they were going in, because there's some things that the DCAU does that it doesn't lead the most satisfying conclusion. I mean, eventually we did get Batman Beyond, which I thought was amazing. And I liked a lot of what they did, but inevitably it's going to be leading to, like, Nightwing splitting off. Like, I just know where it all leads to. So a lot of the stuff set, like, during a specific time period, it doesn't have the stakes, because I know where it's all leading to. I kind of wish that they had what's the word I'm looking for? I wish they almost had, like, a new timeline to go off of with a lot of these, DCAU stuff. So that way it doesn't never, like, they can go in some new directions with it, so they're not kind of limited creatively, because you're caught in, like, your own little sandbox. You can't really branch out past that, or you break continuity. So that's kind of what I was hoping for the stuff, but I'm sure it's pretty good. Alan Burnett and Paul Dini are very talented writers. Batman the Brave and the Bold number 2. I don't know if I'll pick this thing up. Oh, is that Shadow? Okay, that's Emiko's mom. TikTok, or tick 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 goes the clock as Gotham City prepares for another shocking murder at the hands of the Joker. The brutal and terrifying tale of the Joker and Batman's first meeting continues as Tom King and Mitch Gerads once again deliver a shocking, bloody. How many first meetings have we had between Batman and Joker in DC Comics? I've lost count at this point. It's like, this is the first meeting. No, this is the first meeting. Like, what? Or maybe, as the Joker likes to say, he likes to keep it multiple choice, but I don't know. Stormwatch race to find an ancient sword that has long been buried in the darkest depths of the ocean, a sword of unspeakable horrors capable of wiping out entire civilizations, but they may already be too late to group exiles of those. I have no idea who Stormwatch is. All-star creator Joelle Jones gives readers a Batman black and white tale exploring Batman's scars, both literal and psychological, revisiting the Dark Knight's toughest fights and deepest wounds. Okay, that sounds somewhat interesting, I suppose. In part 2 of Order the Black Lamp from writer Christopher Carwell, Briar Ironman, and artist Superman uses a mysterious decoder ring to uncover a location with a shocking tie to his past. I would love it if the whole decoder ring thing was like in A Christmas Story where he just reads it like, be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Oh, that makes me fun. That'd be kind of funny. Batman White Knight presents Generation Joker. I have not read anything of Batman White Knight at all, so I have no idea if it's really any good or not. I've heard some people like it and some people don't, but that's just me. So there you go. Children Joker and Harley are in terrible danger. So okay. Batman Incorporated #9. I actually have not been caught up reading it. I actually am subscribed to reading Batman Incorporated, and I just after the first 2 issues, I just have not picked up the rest and read them. I'll have to do that at some point, just kind of see how the story's going. So, but I do have the issues in my Comixology app. I just have not read them. So I think I read the first 2, and then I just haven't gotten around to reading the recent stuff. But that will all change. Joker Incorporated has unleashed a game of terror across the globe. Thousands of lives are at stake as Joker, the Tap Dance Man, Ghoul, all roll out their twisted plan of chaos and mayhem in order to defeat Joker Incorporated. Batman Incorporated may have to cross a line the group promised never to cross, which will be killing. Scooby-Doo, the Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries #9. I have not seen these in my comic shop at all, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Batman and Superman World's Finest #16. World's Finest is still one of the best books at DC. I gotta get my video out in the most recent issue, which is still pretty good. They have to set the stage for a new storyline. And the first 2 stories in World's Finest were really quite good. The second story, I think, being even stronger than the first one. And then the last issue before this one that came out this week was more of a filler issue. So we'll have to wait and see how it all unravels. But World's Finest, really good stuff. Batman, Superman, Robin, Metamorpho, around Pair of the Onslaught. So yes, let's continue out the Metamorpho storyline that's been going on currently. Black Adam #12, I believe this is the final issue. There is no redemption for Black Adam, or is there? In the series finale, Black Adam faces the ultimate foe himself, having saved the All-Father of the Akkadian New Gods. Akkadian. Oh, that ties into The Rock. Remember Scorpion King? He is granted his truest desire, redemption, but be careful what you wish for. Okay. Catwoman #56. I am shocked this series is still going on right now. Maybe it is selling quite well, but I just am, like I said, I'm kind of surprised it's still going on the way it is. So, and there you go. You got Selena in her swimsuit edition cover because it's June. I'm curious to see what they'll be doing for July. City Boy #2 of 6. Cameron's son embraces a new power that's been running away from, travels to the shadows of the city, literally, but every power comes with the consequences. The upsets the city and doesn't like City Boy very much. Does he have a choice to stay here any longer, or will he be forced to leave to a safer place like LexCorp? Yeah, City Boy appeared briefly in one of those Lazarus Planet tie-ins, and I mean, he was okay, I suppose. I don't know if I really want to read a whole book about him, but maybe it'll be good. Cyborg #2. I'll probably wait till the issues drop on DC Infinite to check it out. That's what I've been doing now. Now that I subscribe to the DC Infinite, I can just read all the issues up to a month prior. So a lot of the stuff, it'll save me money in the long run. Because okay, I want to catch up on something. Currently, I'm trying to catch up reading on The Flash, because the Super Sons are supposedly coming back in next month's issue. So I got to be all caught up today, and it's reading through a ton of issues just takes a time, but it's good in doing that. That's how I was able to catch back up on Action Comics. So there we go. Greg Peck, City Boy. Cyborg #2. Victor Stone getting this thing, and deservedly so. Oh, 2 of 6, so it's only a miniseries. Cyborg's faced aliens, demons, and extra-dimensional forces, but a robot that claims to be his father, Silas Stone, breaking into his childhood home isn't something you'd ever expect. Cyborg needs answers from the suspicious new corporation in town. Solace to get to the bottom of this is a decoy or the real deal. Either way, Victor Stone's time in Detroit just got a little more complicated. Dun dun dun. His father, RoboCop. I mean, it is Detroit, so that'd be kind of funny. Detroit, DC Pride. I was about to say Detroit Pride. That's something else. DC Pride through the years #1. Okay, so just take a journey through all the various LGBTQIA plus characters in the DC universe. And there you go. There you go. DC Ruby #5. Haven't read any of it. Detective Comics #1073. You can see all the different covers right here for this story by Ram V. Yes, it's continuing the gothic opera tone that we've been having for the book for some time now. Let's see, what do we got next? Let's see. Okay. This one's still... Boy, this storyline's been going on for a while, it feels like. Where there's a will, there's a way. And for Bruce That will is Batman because myths don't bleed, right? Well, Batman, with the last ounce of his strength he has, will have to test that theory out with the Orcams as he fights through Prince Arzen's three powerful protectors to find out. Hope is not all lost, though, as Jim Gordon and Sorrow rush their way through Gotham to help Batman before it's too late, and an Asthma demon is placed inside him. So yes, we're still going on with the storyline. I've kind of lost focus with a lot of stuff going on currently in Detective Comics. I don't know. Maybe I'm just kind of losing interest in some of it at this point. I don't know. It's just not getting me with the most recent couple of issues. I feel like, or maybe it did. I don't know. Like I said, it's not really sticking with my memory, so it must not be having the biggest of impacts. Same with the Zdarsky Batman thing, which sometimes does something so ridiculous that it's memorable, and other times just kind of okay. So it is what it is, I suppose. Do this. Ooh, my battery looks to be dying on this thing. So let me fix that really quickly. As we go into the next issue, which is Green Arrow number 3. Okay. There we go. Moving into the next thing. Sorry about that. By Joshua Williamson. Why is this only 6 issues? Green Arrow should be longer ongoing. I think this is insane why it's only 6 issues. Hopefully they do like a whole relaunch and stuff. But there you go. You have Ollie and Dinah on the cover. I will definitely be picking up Green Arrow every issue. I love Green Arrow, and I think it's a shame that he's not getting like any books right now. Arsenal and Black Canary versus Peacemaker and the new Peace Wrecker. While Arsenal and Black Canary's quest for answers has sent them into danger, Green Arrow is lost in time and space. But at least he's not alone now. 2 members of the Green Arrow family join Oliver Queen in the last place you'd expect. So we're finally going to get, at some point, Connor Hawke meeting his dad, because that was set up in the Robin book, but we'll see how that goes. Green Lantern number 2 by Jeremy Adams. So he's doing his thing. And, yeah, backup by Flo Kennedy Johnson on John Stewart. So you're going to get, like, a Hal Jordan main by Jeremy Adams and a backup Flo Kennedy Johnson storyline. So I think that's good stuff. Harley Quinn number 31. Again, I'm surprised this book is still going, but then again, it is Harley Quinn. Well, I'm here to try to convince this talking rabbit not to kill me. Wait, what? Ivy's home? Aw, crap. I gotta clean up the apartment and hide all the plants I ruined. Maybe I should hire a bunch of sexy apartment cleaners. Ivy would probably want to be here for that. Okay, it's up to you. Bud and Lou, eat all the trash. Go, 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 my babies. Plus, it's the anime event of the century as I dream about my life as a protagonist of a mecha story. Time to get in the freaking robot. Jesus. Okay, I'll give you props, Harley, for the Evangelion reference right there. So I don't know. I like mechas. So and it had an Evangelion reference, so that's kind of cool. I have actually caught up reading pretty much most of Harley Quinn, but like, I mean, when the issues come out, I'll just basically just be a month behind because I just don't feel like paying for the book anymore. So I'll just wait till they drop on DC Infinite. Icon versus Hardware, number 5. It all ends here, as Icon and Hardware's battle against Brainiac sets these two titans on a surprising new course, with implications for every character in the Milestone universe. Their world just got a lot bigger and a lot more dangerous. Dun dun dun! The Joker, The Man Who Stopped Laughing, number 9. I've actually not read this thing at all. The first Joker book was just a Jim Gordon book in disguise, so it's kind of like maybe not really have much interest in really reading the follow-up thing, but maybe I'll give it a read on the DC Infinite F at some point. Red Hood is in it, so I mean, I'm a Jason Todd fan, so I should probably read it because like I don't see Jason Todd in like anything else other than this book, so who knows. The Joker Uncovered, number 1. We got some 3 covers right here, some variants. Back-to-back Joker. Low-life creeps and scoundrels. It's your Uncle Joker here. You know art can come from many places, and most great artists about truly despicable people, like me. In that spirit, you should try and buy the Joker Uncovered to see in Murderous Row. The world's greatest comic artists commit my beautiful image to dozens of wonderful variant covers, all collected in one place the very first time. Expand your mind a little bit and take in some good art. Only if we can watch him destroy the paintings a la Batman 89 to Prince. Justice Society of America, issue number 7. As you can see, Stargirl is right there on the cover. I think Jeff Johns is so slow when it comes to like releasing any books, and I don't know, like most of his TV shows are pretty much canceled, so you'd think he'd pick up the pace and releasing stuff anymore, but it's just one of those weird things. Reunions are cut short when the JSA and the Lost Children to face down a new threat. Can this group of heroes and sidekicks find the ribbon, or will it cut curtains, or will it be curtains for both? What happens there has massive ramifications for the next stages of the new Golden Age. I have not read JSA, so maybe it'll be good, maybe it's not. Harley Quinn screws up the DCU. How can Harley stop herself from screwing up the timeline if her future self has already screwed it up? First, she discovered that she totally stopped Superman the Flash from ever existing, and now she's finding out that she totally time traveled over Wonder Woman, Aquaman's Orange 2. Harley has to stop Harley, or at least try to put the pieces of the DCU she's broken back together. With a time machine and a tough, scary alternate universe Harley at her side, maybe, just maybe, she can make things right. This is issue 4 of 6, so I don't know if this is in continuity or not. Nightwing, number 105. So this one will be innovative, mostly due to the artwork by Tom. This is by Tom Taylor. Masterminds Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo are back at it again, present Nightwing fans another special issue, uniquely designed for them to be Nightwing for a day. This oversized story will feature Nightwing from his point of view, allowing readers to use his Eskrima sticks and leap through the Bloodhaven. You don't want to miss the issue, as there will be other surprises along the way, including who will show up beside you. Okay, so this is gonna be a first-person issue of Nightwing, and they did one issue where it was done like one big continuous take, and from a visual standpoint, that was very creative and interesting. This one actually, from a visual standpoint, sounds pretty interesting. So I don't know what's gonna happen next. Are we? Okay, my mind just went to dark places for a second. I wonder, like, are we gonna get like a scene where you're like, I don't know, like hooking up with Batgirl? That's gonna be in first person. That'd be kind of interesting. I'm sure. You know, if they did that, that would sell a crap ton. I don't know if they're going to go for it, but if they did, I mean, if you want to make some money, DC, that's how you sell it. Put something in the first person perspective like that. So that's just me. Just thinking that way. But anyway, so bad thoughts. Go to horny jail, Sean. So yeah, that'd be kind of interesting if they did that. So who knows? Will the story be interesting? At least from a visual perspective, it's going to be quite interesting. So that'll be kind of fun to see. Because I like the one where it's just one take in that. Now the Nightwing book itself, the most recent video just felt kind of, or I did this, was it this past week? Felt kind of underwhelming, if you will. I think with Nightwing, it feels like it's losing a bit of steam. And I think because, well, the Titan stuff just felt, you know, kind of laxy-daisy. And also because the refusal to finish the Heartless storyline. They just keep pushing it back, and then it gets ignored. I want a resolution to that. I don't see why it's been dragged out this long and why we keep, like, taking all these different detours to something else. Can we finish the Heartless storyline? Please, like, you set all this stuff up, and then, like, you kill the momentum of the story by throwing in a bunch of other things. Like, how long is that storyline going to keep going on for? I figured it would have been done by, like, 102 or something, but it's been going on for over 2 years at this point. Like, when did, like, Tom Taylor take over writing? Like, 78? Now we're on, what is it, issue number 105? How is that storyline not done? Just finish that, and then you can do all these creative, cool things, but that's just, you know, me kind of just annoyed that the fact that it's not done. Next issue, Peacemaker Tries Hard, number 2. This is 2 of 6. So Peacemaker, of course, getting more spotlight thanks in part to the John Cena and James Gunn TV show with DC and their movies and that. So there you go. Poison Ivy, number 13. G. Willow Wilson. This one's still going on. There sure is nothing quite like a romantic night with your sweetie in the swamp to make your mouth water. It's the dawn of a new day as Pamela Isley makes her return to Harley in Gotham City with a love-struck Janet from HR in tow. The tension's so thick you could cut it with a fan boat's propeller. Yay. Okay. The Riddler, Year 1, number 5 of 6. Written by Paul Dano, of course. Of course, Paul Dano being the actor who played the Riddler and, you know, Matt Reeves the Batman. So this is part of that universe. So I have not read a single thing with this, but I hope it's good. Because when it all drops on, like I said, DC Infinite, I will read the whole thing. As the Penguin show has been filming right now, I hope that's quite good. And then we got the Batman 2, which is coming out 2025, I think. 2024, 2025. So it's not too long away. So looking forward to all that stuff. Next up, we have Sam Universe Nightmare Country Glass House number 3, written by James Tynion IV, issue 3 of 6. I have not really read much of Sandman. I watched the first season of the Sandman TV show, and I thought it was all right. Nothing amazing, but nothing all that bad. Kind of unique in some ways. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You, number 122. I am shocked this book still goes on because I never see it in the store. But it's Scooby and the gang doing their thing. Shazam, number 2 by Mark Waid, of course. Shazam versus Shazam! Billy Batson was given the powers of the gods by the wizard Shazam, but Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, and Mercury never gave the wizard their permission. Displeased with how Billy is representing them, the disgruntled gods engage in a 6-way fight for sole control of the world's mightiest mortal, or if they get their way the world's mightiest puppet. May the craftiest god win. Okay, that sounds kind of interesting and intriguing. Mark Waid's been doing very well since he came back to writing a lot of current stuff in DC Comics. World's Finest was quite good. Batman vs. Robin, not quite up to par with World's Finest. It had its moments. And then the Lazarus Planet event, which I feel like was a dud overall, which only really needed like the 2 issues there. Like, why? It just was very disorganized, but maybe this stuff will be good. Spirit World, number 2. Dun, 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 dun. Issue 2 of 6. With Cassandra Cain still stuck in the Spirit World, Xanth and Constantine are hoping the one portal they found, which is quickly closing, is their one-way ticket to the land of the dead to help rescue Batgirl. Cass has made 2 spirit friends along the way who have given her a special cloak that helps mask her living flesh stench to keep the other spirits from eating her, but can they be trusted? And hey, what's this tea that they just gave her? Okie dokie. Could be kind of fun. Anime manga influence. You have Cassandra Cain doing her thing. Static team up and Nasi number 1. Okay, so Static Shock right here. Okay, there you go. Superboy, The Man of Tomorrow number 3 by Kenny Porter. This is issue 3 of 6. Superboy's team with Cosmoders yielding, or Superboy, yeah, because John is Superman and this is Superboy. I don't know anymore, but it's Connor Kent doing his thing. Hopefully it's good. Superman number 5 by Joshua Williamson. Definitely enjoying Superman quite a bit right now, and I think this book should maintain that momentum. Silver Banshee is back and more dangerous than ever, given a massive power upgrade by Lex Luthor's archenemy. Silver Banshee's scream rocks Metropolis, and Superman must stop her from destroying a city while also saving her life. Be ready for the shocking ending that stabs the series in its heart. Superman, Lost number 4 by Christopher Priest, 4 of 10. Can even Superman withstand being pushed past the point of emotional and psychological endurance? Marooned on a comet and returned to space, the Man of Steel reflects in his humble small of origins as crushing emotional fatigue threatens to end his journey back, trauma which results in Lois to struggle to reconnect with the virtual stranger in her own home. Okay. Tim Drake Robin, number 10. That's right, the final issue of this series, because it's getting canceled because, quite frankly, most people didn't really like Tim Drake Robin. It wasn't very well received by Tim Drake fans. It was pretty much just about him and this character Bernard, who's been out of DC Comics for so many years, and when he came back was quite different. But the story and the artwork just not all that great, at least the early portion of it. I have not really been reading it. The solicitations sounded kind of petty. But yeah, Tim Drake fans were not happy with Tim Drake Robin, and I think most fans are pretty pleased that it's getting canceled, but it just... You don't really see any buzz around the title after, like, the initial issue or anything like that. It just seems like people are like, you know, it happened. It's done. So, but this is the final issue of it. It doesn't say here, but it is the final issue because DC is like, we better bury this thing quick. And I feel bad for Tim Drake because Tim used to have Tim had a series that went for over 100+ issues back in the day, and he can't have a series that lasts more than 10. Because DC doesn't really know what to do with him anymore because there's so many other members of the Bat family. And it's a shame. I want to see Tim do well. I want him to have good stories, but he hasn't really been in anything all that interesting since, I guess, James Tynion's, like, Detective Comics at the start of it. Like, when they had the whole, like, the technology thing they were doing with the clock tower and all that other stuff. Like, Tim was a focal point in that story, and it just felt like he's been an afterthought ever since. He hasn't had anything all that interesting. So, there you go. Robin and Batwoman are trapped in their lair of chaos monsters. They would escape with their sanity intact. That's it. Nothing else. No, like, hey, it's the final issue, but that's just the way it is. Titans, number 2 by Tom Taylor. A Titan is murdered. It's going to be Garth, probably. There's no way they'd kill off Beast Boy. They've already teased that before, but they don't have the guts to do it. So, I mean, it's going to be Garth or Jericho. So... that's what it's going to be. I'm just calling it right now. Will this new era for the Titans end almost as soon as it has begun? After one of their own is found dead, the remaining Titans must look for answers. Can they outrun a horrible fate of death? Plus, a new Brother Blood rises as the team begins to fall apart. Okay, last we heard of Brother Blood, he was in that Teen Titans Rebirth run, and apparently died at the hands of Damian, but I guess he's not really. So, I don't know. I think they've kind of brushed that run under the ground because it wasn't very well liked. But we'll see what they do. Like I said, I'm going to bet it's going to be Garth because DC does nothing with him. It's going to be Garth, or like I said, he's not even on the cover here. So, gee, I wonder who's going to pass away. Beast Boy? No, they're not going. They won't do Beast Boy. Wally? Well, they are petty enough to kill Wally, but he's got the Flash book. Starfire? You'll never see Starfire die. Cyborg? No, he's got his ongoing. Donna Troy? There's a maybe, but I doubt it. Raven, hell no. Raven's too popular. Nightwing, no, he's got his own book. So it's going to be Garth. That's obviously like a guy's hands right there. If they did kill off like uh, Beast Boy, I'd be absolutely shocked. But I mean, if a character's dying, would they really be appearing in a swimsuit cover like this? Can you imagine that? Like you have like this as your variant cover, and then the character passes away like that. That'd be a dark bit of humor. I almost would kind of respect it, but yeah, like none of them are gonna die. It's gonna probably be Garth if they have to, or just some unknown obscure Titan who has not appeared in anything in very many years. It's gonna be Garth or maybe Jericho. So those are the two options. And if Jericho does die, then I think that brings Slade out of hiding wherever he's at doing his thing. Next up, we have Unstoppable Doom Patrol, number 4 of 6. The world's strangest superheroes versus Anytown, USA. Is there Doom Patrol doing their thing? So there we go. I have not caught up with this latest season of Doom Patrol, so I'll have to check it out because I watched all the other stuff. The Vigil, number 2 by Ram V. Who are the Vigil? Arclight file loading. The identity of Arclight, no member of the Rogue member, human Vigil, and there we go. I don't know if I have really any interest in the Vigil. So I mean, they were in like a Lazarus Planet tie-in. Maybe I'll check it out down the road, but I don't know. I'm gonna wait a little bit and wait for it to drop on the app. I know I've plugged the app like several times, but I mean, if you want to read stuff, I mean, you'll be a month behind. But if you're really uncertain, rather than spending the money, it's best to just do that. I mean, you'll still have to like pay for the service, but yeah. So I don't know. I've plugged the app enough today. Wildcats, Get Your Head in the Game, issue number 8 by Matthew Rosenberg right there. So we got all this stuff right here. The world is dying. Grifter may just be our last hope, but things aren't looking too good for him either. Luckily, his trusty teammates will stand by his side until the end. Meet the new Wildcats: Green Arrow, Robin, Savant, Scarecrow, Maul, and Midnighter. Wait, which Robin are we going for? Is this Damian? Like, why would he join the Wildcats? Is he, like, teaming up with Green Arrow or something? Or is this Tim Drake Robin? I don't exactly know. You know what? Maybe Tim Drake should join the Wildcats. I think it's something for him. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that. That actually has me kind of intrigued. Maybe I'll have to check out Wildcats, Get Your Head in the Game. Sorry, it's a High School Musical reference. I'm sure some people forgot about it, but not me. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it in terms of the comics that are coming out. These are just some trade paperbacks and Lazarus Planet, Monkey Prince, and all that other fun stuff. But yeah, so this is June for DC. I don't know, like nothing is really fully standing out to me. Superman, I'll definitely check out. Flash for sure. I'm sure those will be solid. But yeah, like nothing is really like the final issue of Batgirls. I'll cover that. Batman and Detective. I'm still doing videos on those. But there's nothing else. Like World's Finest maybe is good, but like I don't know. Like nothing else is really wowing me. Or Green Arrow. Yeah, I've said a few things that could be good, but there's nothing that's just like comes across as super must read for me. Like something that has me like extremely excited. I feel like, and it kind of sucks. Like I want to have something like, oh, I can't wait to read that. Type event, but like there's nothing that's making me go, ugh, this is the worst thing ever, like DC is doomed or anything like that. Like I said, I think June looks okay, and sometimes that's just the way it is. It just looks okay. There'll be some good stuff in there for sure. I'm sure if Superman can maintain the momentum, this is probably my pick of the month for like what they're doing, but other than that, I'm not exactly sure. LOL, Tim Drake Robin getting canceled, I suppose. Titans number 2. Maybe. I don't know. Like Wildcats? Maybe. I don't know. For me, Superman, Green Arrow, World's Finest, The Flash. Those would be my top tier picks for the month. I'm sure Flash 800. You know what? Flash 800 should be good. You're going to have a lot of creative teams down there. It's going to be this bigger, expansive anniversary issue. I think it's pretty much Jeremy Adams' swan song on the title, which is unfortunate. But we'll see where everything goes from there. So I think once we get past June and get into July, that's when things will start to get really exciting for DC. Batgirls is ending. R.I.P. to that series. I had fun covering it. It didn't feel like anybody was talking about it though, so that's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I got really nothing else to say for this thing. What do you think of this month's solicitations? Did you like them? Does it have you excited? Does it have you like disinterested? Are you kind of like me, where you think it just seems kind of okay? I don't know. There's just nothing that's fully, like, hooking me this month. Nothing, like, no. I mean, I'll give it credit. It doesn't seem like we're going to have a big event this month, which I'm like, thank goodness, because we need a break from it. But nothing that's really standing out, per se. So, there you go. That's the solicitations for this month. Sorry, it took me a few days to get to recording this video because I knew it would take a while. This is like 35 minutes straight of recording. But I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of the solicitations in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit the bell for notifications, all that other fun stuff. I will be back later on today to hopefully get some comic book reviews out, get some stuff on John Wick Chapter 4, all the other fun, groovy stuff. So I will see you all in the next video. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then. Peace out. Yada, yada, yada. Blah, blah, blah. DC Comics.